This right here is crazy.
AyeQ!
This is what yo, imagine him being in a hospital just to deal with and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy AyeQ, and I'm back with another reaction video for you guys today on Look. The title of this video is My Guy Friend Had a Crush on Me. So apparently this chick guy friend had a crush on her, and this is exactly why women shouldn't have guy friends. But with no further ado, let's jump right into the video.
My guy friend had a crush on me while I was with my ex. I was dating my ex for around 2 years, just shy of 2 years. And during this time, my guy friend had expressed to me that he had feelings for me and, would at some point like to pursue that, and definitely did let me know about his feelings for me. For some months later, my ex and I ultimately break up. And a month after, I see my friend for the first time in a long time. We hadn't really talked for a while. And we caught up, told him about my relationship's ultimate demise, and we just caught up from there. His and I's relationship progressed, but nothing too crazy, did not go anywhere kind of far, but it definitely did progress. And this time I had mentioned that I had liked flowers to him. Just a little preface, my friend had mentioned that he had feelings for me for a very long time, and he's been interested in me and would love to pursue something. This is what he had told me with his mouth, and this is what he had expressed to me on more than one occasion. He came over on my birthday after I had my birthday dinner. It was really late. It was extremely late. He actually dropped me off because I was a little bit drunk after the club. So he dropped me off. That was its own thing. And then yeah, I had mentioned to him that I really like flowers. A little disappointed that he didn't even have flowers for me on my birthday. But it was really late.
Wait, hold on. It sounds like he smashed her that night. It's not like she got smashed that night, but she didn't mention it. So let's see if she gonna mention that part though. Because come on, let's be real here.
Late. I was really drunk and I just really needed to be dropped off at home. So that was its own thing. But yeah, the second time he came over, I mentioned to him that I really like flowers, and I told him after that. He said noted. He said he would have picked up flowers, but the flower shops near him were closed. Whatever. That was that. Okay, that's fine. The third time he came over, he actually came over to help me put these paintings up and to help me fix my side table. So he brought a Magnum, like the Magnum bars, but not actually Magnums. I think they were Van Leeuwen's, the ice cream bars or whatever. So he brought those over, but he didn't bring flowers. And I said that was fine, but I still made a passing comment like, I really like flowers and stuff like that. He said he would bring me flowers. The next time he was supposed to come over, he made a very, very disrespectful comment to me. So I was like, this friendship is over. I don't really want to speak to you ever again. Let that be that. Hung up the phone. That was that. The next day, it's around 11 p.m. He gives me a call, and my phone is on DND after 9:15. So he was calling up my phone enough to wake me up, and I go to bed really early. He gives me a call at a little past 11 saying if he could come over, that he had something to give me, that he really wanted to talk. I said, okay, that's fine. You can come over. He comes over shortly after. I told him the door is open, so because I wasn't getting out of bed to open the door for him. He comes into my room. He has something behind his back, and he's giving the preface of his apology, saying that this was really sentimental and he wanted to give this to me. Dear reader, what did you think he had behind his back? Did you think he had flowers? Because if you did, you would be wrong. Or partially correct, however you see fit. Behind his back, he had a singular flower, one singular flower that was in a vase, but this flower was not real. It was plastic. The flower was made out of pipe cleaners, a pom-pom ball, and some wires that were made in an art class that he had taken with some friends. He said that this was very sentimental because he had handmade it and he had thought about me. In the moment, I saw the flower and I laughed and I thought it was really cute because, like, LOL. But at the same time, I would have been fine with flowers. I really like flowers. Everybody I date knows I like flowers. My friends know I like flowers. On any occasion, I always bring flowers to the event, and I always give my friends and family flowers because, it's always good to give people their flowers while they're here. So I really adore flowers. Okay. The next time he comes over, he also does not bring flowers. And at that point, I started thinking to myself, is it me? What is the reason why he cannot pick up flowers? I even mentioned to him, like, you can like pick up 4.99 flowers like from Trader Joe's. Also, dear reader, to get to my apartment from the subway, you have to walk past a Target and a Trader Joe's. They're in the same building, but you pass it to get to my apartment, right? So you have to pass them to get to my apartment. I mentioned that I had bought roses the previous week. They were literally dead, but I bought them from Trader Joe's. They were the prettiest pink flowers I had, and you literally could pick up 4.99 flowers from Trader Joe's for me. He kind of rolls his eyes like, yeah, whatever. He comes again for the final time because this was the last time I saw him. And he also does not bring flowers. And at this time, we had recently just learned of really terrible news that had happened to some people that we know. It was really terrible. I had spoken to him the day of, and I had been very emotional about everything that was going on, and just really, really sad. Affected my friends, affected my family, affected a lot of people. Just a genuine tragedy. And he came over and he still did not bring flowers. Obviously, this affected him too. Whatever, like what happened had affected him. But I would have just thought he would have thought to bring flowers just to cheer me up because you did want to come over. No, I did not receive flowers. And we finally had a conversation a couple days ago, and I let him know that I would no longer be in contact with him because this was not benefiting me in any way. I didn't appreciate this friendship anymore, this relationship, and I was being used, and he truly did not care for me nor like me, because if he did, he would have listened to me a couple of times and he would have heard me. As I was speaking to him on FaceTime, talking about my feelings, I was also getting ready to go for a party, so I was applying makeup. As I'm speaking to him, he's playing a video game, and as I'm done speaking, he asked me if I'm done speaking. He says, I say yes. He says, well, I should give him 3 minutes, let him finish his game. You know what? I was really pissed off, but I said, okay, I will give you those 3 minutes. 5 minutes actually passed by. I'm like, 3 minutes are up. He was like, well, the game is not done, so you're gonna have to give me 2 more minutes. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, where the friendship, relationship, whatever the hell that was, ended then and there, because I was just sick and tired. Now, the 2 days after, my friend who came into town from Atlanta, he was throwing a Valentine's Day party. It was really cool, really fun. On the Friday of his party, we spoke on the phone, and I had told him, he said he would love to get brunch with me. We could go out and eat, do dinner, do something. So I told him, if we are doing something, you better bring me some flowers because I really like flowers, and you better bring me flowers or I'm going to be really mad, blah, blah, blah. That Friday, I saw him later that night. It was really fun. It was really cool. And that was kind of like just it. And then we planned to see each other on Sunday. Sunday comes, I had totally forgotten that I had asked him for these flowers. It never even crossed my mind. I get to brunch after church where he said I should meet him up at. I get there, he's not there on time. I'm really pissed off and I'm waiting on him. He FaceTimes me, he's like kind of sweating, saying he's on the way and he has something to give me. So I'm sitting down using my phone, and then I see him when I look up. And ladies and gentlemen, he brings me these. Again, I want you to look at these bouquet. That's the bouquet. I begin to start crying, and he's like calming me down, like, they're just flowers. And I explained to him that I finally felt heard. I finally felt seen after a very long time. Dealing with Mr. No Flowers, at a certain point, it started affecting my self-esteem. And it's not something that I was actively feeling, but I was taking it in mentally that someone's not listening to me, he's not hearing me, and he clearly doesn't want to give me flowers, even though he knows that it would make me very happy. I mentioned this once to my friend. We have a very interesting relationship as well. I mentioned it once to him, and he brings this bouquet. Not only does he bring this bouquet, he had the florist specially make this bouquet because he didn't want to just bring any ordinary pink or red roses. And she made this bouquet for me because she knew I'd like it.
Let's stop this nonsense, man. Fellas, this right here just goes to show, bro. One man trash is another man's treasure. The dude who was coming over and taxing that ass without buying her any flowers, that was a man who was simply treating a bird like a bird. Dudes are not dumb. If I go over to a chick crib and I ain't gotta put in no work to smash, I could just slide right up in the pussy. Why am I doing special shit for her? What is she doing for me that will make me want to buy her flowers? Every time I come to your crib, I'm smashing. I'm clapping cheeks. But then she found a sucker ass dude who is gonna buy her flowers. And here's the sad thing about that. She won't even want that guy. That's gonna be the nice guy. That's gonna be the nice guy that she thinks that she wants. But sooner or later, she's gonna realize, like, I mean, he got me the flowers, but he's boring. It's gonna be something about him, and she will want to resort back to the toxic dude. Have you noticed how many times she said, this was the last time I was gonna deal with him, and then she dealt with him? Oh, my phone was on D&D, but somehow she picked up for him. This is the last time he's coming over, but somehow he ended up in her crib. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all dudes, man. You have to treat a bird like a bird. If you meet a chick, right, and she's urging you, begging you to buy her flowers, it's because she's not used to that. And she wish that she could find a sucker, a simp, to bring her flowers. But the type of chicks who gotta beg dudes to buy them flowers are birds who just not used to being treated that way. And they crave that. So when they meet a sucker, it's like, yo, can you buy me some flowers? Can you please buy me some flowers? It's only birds who beg dudes to buy them flowers. Because if a dude see that girl, like that chick, she ain't got to tell him to buy her flowers. Because he's going to want to impress her. But it's only a fool, a sucker ass, simp ass dude tries to impress a bird. Fellas, be wise out here, man. I'm telling y'all.